Welcome back. It's been 16 months since my last confession, and a lot has happened in that time. I wanted to give you an update of where we left off first. We left off in May 2016 by talking about the marketing push, and we had a small team together that were focusing primarily on growth, getting customers from the internets into our free trial, and then obviously converting them to a paid customer after that point. We were using all those tools like Mixpanel and Optimizely to try and filter the results. We were graphing things, we were analyzing, and it was tough. It was really, really tough to get any kind of significant traction. We could certainly adjust Google campaigns and get more people in the door. There were things that we could do. There were dials we could turn to get people signing up. But we were finding that the quality of person would not always be brilliant, in the sense that we would be getting people sign up, but they were just the wrong kind of client for us. The term project management software turns out to be a very common term when it comes to paid Google AdWords, and there are literally a gazillion other companies all fighting for that click name, project management software. And I want to talk a bit more about that in one of the next episodes, because we have a bit of a plan for how to tackle that. But back here in May, we were finding that it was really, really difficult to get anything happening with AdWords in particular, and it was really, really hard to get significant numbers coming through as much as we were trying. Then something really unexpected happened.
The people of the United Kingdom have voted to leave the European Union. Inevitably, there'll be a period of uncertainty and adjustment following this result. So some market and economic volatility can be expected as this process unfolds.
The British economy is still reeling from the historic Brexit vote. Investors are betting on the Bank of England cutting rates. 10-year government borrowing costs fell below 1%, and the sterling hit a 31-year low against the dollar. This after British stocks lost billions of pounds in value, and several banks decreased their forecast for the pound in light of Britain's voting to leave the European Union. The pound hit $1.32 on Friday, but economists say it could fall as low as $1.20.
There's something you should probably know about Streamtime. About 40% of our customers buy Streamtime in pounds. And overnight, the British pound plummeted to a ridiculous low, essentially bringing our annual recurring revenue down by $500,000. Just like that. Boom. $500,000 taken off the bottom line. Pretty scary. And we nervously waited for a few weeks to see whether the pound would strengthen anymore, but it didn't. In fact, if anything, it got worse. And come September, I had to make, I would say, the hardest decision in my time at Streamtime, which was to let 5 people go and reduce the size of the business down so that we could survive, get through, and so that we could really focus and knuckle down on the product design and product build and get things finished, because we had a long way to go. So just to catch you up on product, let's take a look. So here's my timeline from May until present day, which is August 2017. You can see as we traverse along the timeline here, we started out releasing every 2 weeks with our sprints and constantly looking for problems to solve. We really didn't want to hear about features from people specifically. There were bigger problems and stories that we were trying to solve in the product. A lot of fundamental stuff as well. So we knew that scheduling was going to be one of these things, and around May, June, we released a team schedule board. It turns out that several months later, we were going to completely redo this, and then present day, we're going to redo it again. So you'll hear more about that soon. We had further updates to the way analytics work in the system by August, and we integrated some Zapier integration into the product as well around August, September, which gave us the ability to connect Streamtime into other applications like Google Calendar, Slack, email, and so on and so forth. Around September, October, November is award time, and we submitted our app and our product and our designs through to some design awards, including the D&ADs, and we started winning awards. We picked up silver at the Best Awards in New Zealand. In Australia, we picked up a Pinnacle Award under the category Digital Apps, which is the highest possible award for the Australian Graphic Design Association. And consequently, for the people who did the work on this, won a Pinnacle for Best Agency as well, which was largely for the work that they did with us. And we're very, very excited and proud of winning that award. It was very, very exciting. As you can see, as we move through November, December, January, February into a new year, there's just more problems that we're solving. We're getting the design of the product a lot stronger with a better job page. We're introducing another kind of scheduling. We felt like the team to do screen was just not cutting it when we spoke to customers, and it was also starting to become quite code heavy, which led us to rethinking it completely, and we released schedule version 2 around March 2017. This coincided with a new premium plan, and we had always intended to have a standard and a premium version of StreamTime. Premium essentially twice the price, but premium functionality, in this case scheduling, and also integration into accounting systems. So Xero QuickBooks to begin with, and our intention is to add more with time. We continually put in speed performance improvements in the system. We continually monitor usage. We're speaking with clients every single day through our intercom chat system, and we're just constantly trying to make the product better and better and better. So although some of these things you see on here are feature-based, we look deeply at the problem that the client's trying to solve, and then we try and address that problem with a solution. So in terms of growth, way back in July 2016, we had a humble 50 paying users paying us $10,000 in annual recurring revenue. By November, we had 5 times that and 250 paying users paying us $50,000. By January 2015, $100,000. And by June 2017, $200,000. It had doubled in less than 6 months. And we're now at $300,000 just 2 months after that. So we're definitely seeing an acceleration in the sign-up rate of our customers, which is encouraging, given that the current cost to build the product to date is somewhere close to $4 million based on my calculations. So, I'm not quite sure how startups can do this without having huge amounts of funding. We're fortunate that our classic product has completely funded the building of this new product and will continue to do that quite comfortably as we progress forward. But it's easy to burn through a lot of money, and we certainly have been doing that. But it's encouraging to see that we're getting significant growth now. And our projections are that this growth will continue to rise quite steadily over the coming months, so I will certainly keep you posted as we traverse that. I did a little bit of analysis to sort of see how sales have progressed, and just looking at clients rather than users this time, since we began the business back in 2002, 2003, you can see that back down there we got 4 new clients between 2003 and 2004. 2004, 2005, we gained a further 4 clients, and 2005, 2006, 7 clients. Keep in mind the business back then was a consultancy business more than a software sales business, and each of these sales was a highly bespoke version of StreamTime as we now know it today. 2006 to 2007, 52 clients. By 2007 and 8, we were growing the business, introducing an Australian salesperson, and you can sort of see here that as we started to introduce our London office, and by 2009, 2010, we had kind of 5-6 salespeople actively selling, and we were getting 250, 260, 240 new clients coming on every single year. And that was pretty steady until we begun to shift the focus across to the design and build of a new product, and we also noticed that, by 2014, 2015, our old product was becoming a dinosaur. We've talked about that in the past, and it was getting harder and harder to get new clients, as you can see. We stopped selling the old Streamtime in April 2016, and this cutoff down through here is where no more sales of the old product, completely selling the new product. And in April to April 2016 to 2017, we achieved 200 new paid customers with our new product, which is getting right up into these figures that we were achieving when we had 6 salespeople. Yet over here, we had no active people selling the product. We had 3 or 4 people who were supporting the product and answering questions, but nobody was actively trying to convert and sell customers by proactively calling and reaching out and contacting. Come April to present day, we are starting to do more of that now, and you can see that that is affecting our new clients coming on board year to date. So this is very encouraging. But money isn't what drives us. It's important to keep the business going. The thing that's driving us is to build a better product, to be on the must-have list of creative companies. And these here are just some of the results that we've had from a recent Net Promoter Score survey that we conducted amongst our paying customers to see what kind of things that they're saying. So, we're getting really good, strong, amazing, impressive, humbling comments coming in from our customers, honestly, like we've never had before. And this is the kind of stuff that just keeps driving us forward to keep producing better and better. What about the future? Well, there's a lot of future work that we've just started, and we're working again with For the People with another big round of work. And a lot of that is going to be looking at our messaging, and as I said before, that term project management software, what does that mean? And are we even in that category? Because maybe we're not. So we're going to look at that, and once we do, I'll have a bit more information for you. That is coming up in the next episode.